First of all, man, it's been some crazy times. The last time we did the revamp was back in February, and then, as you know, for the last month, I lose track of time. So much has gone on. Actually, I was not even going to, I'd said in February that I was possibly going to have the third revamp challenge around June 8th. I'm only doing 4 a year now. If you're familiar with the original 6-week challenge, it was every 6 weeks year round, 8 to 12 challenges. And a lot of people ask me why only 4 per year since I started the revamp, which I've only done twice. And if you've been through it, you understand why. There's so much psychological work, homework to do. There's just a lot. And it takes a lot of my energy and my time, which I love, to really give 100% and bring my A game. So after doing one in January, I said I'd do a second one in February, then taking a break, mental reasons, so that I can be completely ready to rock and roll when I do this. Again, we're only going to do this 4 times a year, so this will be our third one. Again, this was being put off simply for the obvious reasons of what was going on in our country and our state. But I got a flood of emails of people asking me to please do the revamp on June 8th. And a lot of them were past revamp challengers, people that had done it once or twice. They had been through the mental work of it and recognized that, they pointed out to me, the mental aspect I put into this program can help you right now with COVID and all the things that have changed in our society. And it dawned on me, I thought, wow, this could be great. So much anxiety going on, stress, depression. This is probably the perfect program to be offering right now. So they brought that to my attention. I thank you all that emailed me that to bring to my attention. I was in a mindset that that's the last thing that was going to be on your mind is, dropping a few pounds. I know everybody wants to, but I just knew where everybody was at. But then I forgot about the mental aspect that I had brought in. That's where the word revamp came from. And, so I also want to let you know something, just to set everybody's mind at ease here. I want to meet you right where you are right now. I have a real problem with everybody on Facebook right now bashing other people's opinions and how they feel about what's going on. And I have a hard time with that because you're entitled to feel the way you want to feel right now about what's going on. We're all different. Our emotions, we all have the same spectrum of emotions, and we deal with them at different times. Sometimes we're okay, sometimes we're not. Sometimes it's depression, then anxiety, and what if, and what now, and I get it. I'm the person that's going to meet you right where you are, how you are. And I've done that my entire career in regards to people being overweight. We accept you just as you are. Overweight, don't feel like you're part of the club, maybe, never felt like you belonged to anything before. That's why I started Garza's fat loss camps, okay? We are a very small niche, and it's just people that don't feel like they belong anywhere else or are embarrassed or, nervous about going into other places. So we've always been about that, but more now than ever, wanting to meet you right where you are in regards, more importantly, to where you want to work out. So for the first time ever on my challenge, original and revamp, I'm going to be offering you, I'm going to be giving you the opportunity to work out from home and camp. I didn't say or. And if you've done any of my past programs for 30 plus years, you used to have to choose either do the at-home version or do the in-camp version. You couldn't do both simply because of accountability, and there was a different animal. I merged them together, and I want you comfortable wherever you are. So one day you may feel like I want to stay home because things are freaking me out. I want to do my workout with the live stream. And then one day you may feel like, I'm going to go out today and go to the camp. So you're going to have the option throughout this whole challenge to use, we're going to give you your own username and password through the challenge and access to all of our camps. So you're having access to both means of working out. And that way, wherever you're comfortable, you can put that aside. Mainly, I want you at peace of mind about your workout. So if you're safer at home, you're going to do it from home. If you want to come to camp, or like I said, you can alternate back and forth. If you're going to travel during this time period, because it kind of goes in the summer, you'll have the live stream. Small as your phone, iPad, TV, whatever you got going on. If you're new with us, I know everyone right now, when all this hit, fitness centers nationwide shut down. Everybody went to Zoom doing live workouts, and that was amazing. I love that technology was available for them. What the problem was is a lot of people weren't doing those kind of workouts in the facility that they now couldn't go into. So if you were doing weight training with weights and machines and stuff, obviously you can't do that in your living room because you don't have that kind of equipment. So they did the next best thing, did in-station workouts, jumping jacks, that kind of stuff. That's great, keeping their members moving. We've been doing live streaming for 5 years. And what you're looking at right now is not a Zoom, it's not a Facebook Live, it's a legit broadcasting system that pretty much you can put a kid through college for the price on it. Why do I say that? Because it's high quality. We own our own server, our own bandwidth, so there's not interruptions, and we're not sharing a stream with everybody else, so the quality starts getting diluted based on how many people are on there. You're getting firsthand 5-year experience streaming here, and we've been doing it that long. The workouts we do in our camps are the same workouts you can do at home because our patent is we only use 5-pound dumbbells. Our workouts are 40 minutes long. So whatever's going on here, that's why we can stream it right from this location where our camp's going on to your home, and you can participate. And if you've tried out our stream, our trainers are extremely vetted from years and years of doing it, interacting with you at home, cheering you on, calling your name out. We've just been doing this for a long time. We have our own director of the at-home live stream. We have an IT person. We have our own representative for our own cable internet, simply because of the high quality and the demand and the people that use this all over the world now. So this broadcast reaches everywhere worldwide now, as we have changed thousands of people's lives in the camp and using live broadcasts. So that's my next deal. If you're not used to working out at home, or you kind of wonder, can I get the same results at home? 100%. We've been doing it for 5 years. So many people do the challenge from home, the original and the revamp. And, if you know some of them, they can tell you you're getting the same, results as we do. Our live stream also, when you're going through this program, if you do decide to sign up with us tonight, you're obviously getting our camp workouts. We include yoga classes on the live stream that are going to be part of the revamp. If you want to do yoga, we've got a kids camp with kids workouts, especially during summertime, so your kids can have their own workout. We have our own trainers that are vetted in teaching kids. That's what they do, teaching these classes so your kids can do their own workout, and it's built for their age group. We got stretching classes, and then I'm going to start teaching a stability ball class using the big balls, the 65-centimeter balls, and some dumbbells, which a lot of people think, well, that's not too much. I mean, what's the difference there? You'll see. And that starts on June 16th, about the first week after your challenge starts. So you get a whole lot on our stream, and you're going to get access to that and access to our camps so you feel comfortable right where you are. What is the Revamp Challenge? And that's what this orientation's for. It's about an hour long, maybe a little less. And the Revamp Challenge is what I call an evolution in my own personal journey that sparked the Revamp to see things from a different set of eyes. If you know anything about me, I went through a major 8-month battle with chronic anxiety. I literally woke up one morning and was completely out of the world. I didn't know where I was at. Nothing had changed except that I had no clue where I was at. It was a nightmare, probably the worst kind of dream you can imagine that lasted 8 months. And I silently battled it with me and my wife and my family, kept it away from, my staff and everybody as I worked through it. During that time, a whole lot of things came to surface that I dealt with, and I started seeing things from a different set of eyes. And a lot of the stuff led me to write this book called The Day I Died and Found Anxiety, which, has all the tools that I use on myself to get me back to a normal life, and I still use today. A lot of those tools I use in the Revamp. That's where a lot of the psychological aspect came in. That changed my life, and I knew I could bring that in, and it could help people to change their life in regards to weight loss. So you're thinking, how does that identify with people who are losing weight? It goes hand in hand. And the deal is, so many people that are overweight are depressed. They have anxiety just about the way they look, about walking into a simple restaurant. I mean, there's all kind of ways I can, skin this cat and go down that road, but anxiety runs high in overweight people, which is what we specialize in. The missing link was, being a dietary therapist, I had the eating plan that for 30 plus years helped thousands of people to lose 20 pounds in 6 weeks. So I was rocking and rolling. My numbers were high. I was at the 90% success rate. We've got 19 locations now because of that plan, and it worked. And afterwards, we gave them a new eating plan that we thought was a little bit easier to live with in society. You might call it a lifestyle plan. The problem was I was seeing time and time again people putting their weight back on. Not everybody, because I get the emails all the time saying, Travis, You sound like you're talking bad about your original plan, but I've kept it off. And that's great. That is amazing because, yes, you did. But it didn't help keep the weight off of everyone. I saw too many people reverting back to their old ways, and it always seemed to happen after the challenge. And that amazed me because I'm thinking, we gave you the tools, we gave you the new eating plan, why is this not working? It's because I myself was not seeing through the eyes of that individual and had to go through my own 8-month battle with anxiety to understand how this relates to people in regards to keeping the weight off. So the original challenge I started about 20 years, when I was 20 years old. It gave great results to thousands of people and in regards to losing 20 pounds, and it was some fun game. As you know, we put the commitment deposit down. The regular price of the challenge is $347, and if you lost 20 pounds in 6 weeks, you get that money back. And you know the history there. We do it time and time again. Right now, we are doing it for $199 to help everybody out with, obviously, the situation going on. And again, you lose 20 pounds, you get the money back. I shifted the emphasis, though, to this. It's no longer called a challenge. I use that word because that's what it's recognized as. I don't use the word challenge because of many reasons I will go over during our journey, is that in itself puts stress on you that I'm in a challenge and I've got to perform. And all kind of psychological aspects go with that. And, in my heart, I was doing the right thing. And I now see it from a different set of eyes, how this needs to be, presented. And it's worked tremendously the first 2 times we've done it. So we were missing something. The problem was, after the challenge, I said, people struggled in one way or the other. And a lot of people, it was to keep the weight off. The new plan changes all that, along with what we will offer after the challenge. That was a big key factor. People went through, and then all of a sudden, they felt like they were left open to do things on their own, when they weren't. They joined up, became part of our camp, became our tribe. We felt like the support was there, but it really wasn't on the level they needed it. See, people that are overweight, they've really been overweight. Most of them have been that way all their life. So they have battled this all their life, and they battled their demons of, I'm overeating, but I can't quit, and the temptations and all the thoughts and the urges, whatever you want to call it, are always there. So it's an evil constantly knocking on their door saying, I want to eat this, that looks good, triggers, all kind of things. And deal is, I didn't address those because I really wasn't aware of them until I went through my own battle of anxiety, and I had to deal with my own thoughts and my own demons and my own fear, which, I tell people all the time, which I speak when I'm speaking about my book, is I now realize that my success in all my companies were fear-driven all my life until this battle with anxiety, and I see things from a different set of eyes now. Fear can drive you in all kinds of directions, to eat, to not eat. I mean, you're going back and forth extremes, and, this is what happens to the overall population if they're not handled right and taught to break those cycles. So I compare the original challenge and the new challenge as like the Old Testament and the New Testament in the Bible. If you're biblical, if you're Christian, if you're not, whatever. Most people know the Old Testament was almost impossible to live by. The New Testament was made a little bit more easier, where we're saved by grace and you're actually, can fail. Well, see, overweight people in general always feel like if they fail one time, that there's no grace. That once you fail, you blew it, you're done, you lack of willpower, you're weak, you never will be, all those names, they've probably been called by people in their families and people in society. That's programmed in their head. So the minute they fail or mess up, and the Bible would be sin, they feel like they've blown it. So why continue on? Well, I'm going to teach you that's absolutely not the truth. That's part of the revamp. Also, the original 6-week challenge, the only thing that changed during that program was the scale. The deal is, I could talk all day long, and I was always doing videos and interacting with the people through the program, but I wasn't interacting in the right way. I always said, man, every Friday I'm doing a video there. I'm talking to them. I come in during the week and pop in the group live, and I don't understand, because I'm not just like putting them through a program. I'm interacting with them, but I wasn't interacting in the right way. I was not diving into your mindset and your psyche of how you look at things and your behaviors and addressing those and making you aware of them. And I'll be honest with you. When you go through this program, it'll be like me when I went through my anxiety. These tools that I'm going to use to help you out can be a little bit scary, because I'm making you face things by homework assignments that you probably don't want to face. And they're mandatory. In order to qualify for your refund, you've got to do the psychological mandatory homework parts. It's the only way I can say, look, you're going to have to face your fears. And I'm going to bring them up to you. And I'm going to show you things that maybe, like me, you didn't know you were afraid of. So many things I didn't realize I had a fear about with my anxiety once I had to face it. And I went to doctors, I went to counselors, none of them could help me. I finally had to sit down and address this myself after reading thousands of books and audios. I figured out, oh my gosh, here's the plan. So the 12 different techniques I use in the book, I'm going to be using a lot of them on you. And it's hard sometimes when we have to face the reality of what triggers us, why we feel the way we do, why we're programmed the way we are. That's harder than the original challenge all day long. People tell me the 6-week revamp is 10 times harder because of the psychological part. Not the workouts are harder, not the eating plan, although we did change up the eating plan drastically, but that's a whole new different story. Only thing that changed was the scale. So after I looked at it from a different set of eyes, I'm like, why wouldn't you put the weight back on? All I did was tell you to eat this and work out. You lost the weight. Nothing else changed. Nothing inside changed. So why wouldn't you put the weight on? It's so clear to me now. What else? You must learn to face your repetitive fear-driven thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Only then will you succeed long term. So we got to build a relationship with what you try and resist. So what does that mean? So that is so crazy. One of the hardest things I read and had to do was build a relationship with my anxiety. When I read that, and I didn't read it in one book. One book, I'm like, whatever. I read it in every book I touched. The common denominator, you're going to have to build a relationship with that anxiety. So today, when people say, how'd you overcome your anxiety? I didn't overcome it. It's part of my human spectrum of emotions. You have anxiety, I have anxiety, everyone has anxiety. Mine's just dialed up a little bit high. You have a food addiction, I have a food addiction, yours is just dialed up a little high, mine not so much. So we have different areas. We all have the same spectrum of emotions. Some of us are dialed up in areas other than more than others. So that's why I can apply the techniques that I use for my anxiety to dial down your food addiction, because I'm going to teach you to build a relationship with those food addictions, those temptations, those voices in your head. I had to look at anxiety and quit resisting it, because obviously, if you've had anxiety before, first thing you do is, no, I don't want to deal with that. It's not there. I'm not going to let it come here. You start trying to use willpower to fight off that emotion that you don't want. What's the first thing that happens when you try to resist anything in life? It becomes the focal point. It's like telling someone, don't look at that red wall back there. What do? You start getting fixated on it because you're resisting looking at the red wall. It's kind of like if you saw someone nude in public. Everyone's looking. You look over there. Don't look. It's a nude person. You're like trying to resist, but now you want to look, right? It's the same thing in your mind. And you know what your mind wants? All it wants is for you to give it attention. My anxiety, although I had it, it just wanted me to acknowledge that, yes, that's anxiety. I don't like it. It's unpleasant. And once I gave it that, it's called noting. In meditation, it's called noting. Once I gave it the attention and noted it, said, yeah, that's anxiety. It's here. It's unpleasant. And then maybe label it like, I don't like it. Once you pause it and move on back to what you're doing, it actually moves on. It drifts away. It really works. It takes time, but I'm going to teach you when you are moving about and, oh my gosh, there's 7-Eleven, and it triggers you to go in there because there's a lot of good stuff in there, right? There's a lot of cakes and donuts or whatever. I teach you to accept that thought and say, yeah, I do want to go in there. I want to go in there and eat that donut. And then you say, is this a good choice or a bad choice? You're going to say, that's not a good choice. And then you're going to say, why? Because I'm psychologically going to be affected by it and physically going to be affected by it. I teach you all that. It's noting. So we've got to get to where you are working on accepting and building a relationship with the things that have caused you to become overweight. And I'm going to do a questionnaire. You're going to give those things to me. You're going to look them over, and we're going to start addressing those. It's different for everyone. So pretty much let me see here. Only then will the success long-term occur, just like I have now kept my anxiety under control almost 1.5 years by doing the same techniques I'm going to teach you in regards to food addiction. So building a relationship with what you try and resist. Next, resisting causes the use of willpower to come into play. That will eventually fail. So let me talk to you about that. Willpower, I'll be honest with you, up until my anxiety, I've used it all my life. And I've been a believer in it. Like, man, you got to have some willpower to be able to eat right. I used to compete in competition bodybuilding. You had to have the willpower to diet down to 4% body fat. I always thought either you had it or you didn't. Willpower, everyone to some degree can use it, but everyone, I don't care who tells you anything different, willpower eventually will crumble and fail you because it's not long-term sustainable. Understand that. Don't let someone say you're weak and you don't have willpower and you don't want it bad enough, because it's different levels for everybody. Some have more willpower that can last longer. Some people don't have as much. It doesn't matter. We don't need to use willpower to change what we're trying to change. I promise you, there's a whole easier way, peaceful way, and just a more way of life of doing it, and I'm going to teach you that. So willpower is not something that you're lacking or something you really need. I mean, you need some discipline to perform and do things, but not at the level where willpower eventually you're just like, screw it, man. I'm going to go eat the donuts. It breaks. It crumbles. Your resistance in your mind causes so much anxiety and stress, eventually it's going to give in or you're going to break down one or the other. So don't let anyone tell you that willpower is what you're lacking. It's why you cannot get your weight off. The old challenge was extremely focused on change. The old challenge was externally focused on change rather than internally driven. The old original challenge, it worked. It was amazing, but it focused on what you're seeing here, the outside, the body. I didn't work in the right way in the eternal part of it, okay? I worked on the eternal part, at least I thought I was. I wasn't seeing it through the right set of eyes. But when I went through my anxiety for 8 months, I began to see what internally we all possess just in different areas of life. Mine's anxiety. Yours is food addiction. This guy may be alcoholism, whatever. I've read all the books on it. I can apply these methods to anything. And that's what is so good about us doing this program right now. You can take these same methods and apply them to how COVID is affecting you mentally right now. Your thoughts, how to address them, how to build a relationship with them versus run from them. Your fears of what's going to happen with my job, your fear of what's going to happen with my mom. I mean, all those things, this is going to be so beneficial to you. I promise you, the mental aspect can be applied in all areas of your life, but we will always bring it back into focus of what this is about. And this is you getting past gaining weight, losing weight, gaining weight, losing weight, okay? We want this to be long-term, so we're going to work on that programming. So here's a little quote. Whatever is repressed will find a way to be expressed. It will eventually resurface, thus again, all the weight back to your that you lost. So whatever we repress down, and you know this, anything you push down inside, eventually it's going to express itself and come out. That's where my anxiety, I know I keep coming back here because I want you to see the connection on how this works. I pushed down and oppressed my fears, it was mainly my fears. I was brought up, ridiculously poor. I didn't want to be poor again. Didn't realize that was what was on my mind, but I kept putting it down. And that fear drove me to succeed and open up businesses and open up supplement companies, everything like that. And then when my anxiety finally surfaced, it was because I was pushing it down and it was building up, and finally it came out as anxiety in my conscious level. My subconscious has been working on it for years. Your subconscious is working hard to try to help you in your weight gain and your food addiction and all the triggers it's trying to, and one day it may surface as anxiety because it's too much. So that's all that we were doing on the old challenge, is repressing in regards to working just on the body. We weren't addressing the internal stuff going on. So we must break the pattern mentally for success. Also, I feel like so many people that are overweight, which, by the way, if you know my story, back in my 20s when I was competing, I was in bodybuilding shows, Mr. Oklahoma shows, you name it. I traveled a lot. I was in different gyms. I just always saw the overweight population never being taken care of. I saw the good-looking trainers, when I say good-looking, in shape, taking care of the good-looking people who were in shape. That's like asking people in church to go to church to me. Why were they not coming over here? Number one answer I used to get is they're too far gone, they don't want to listen to you, and they're too much work. So when I got done with my career, I took on Garza's fat loss camps, and my whole niche was not to be open with fancy equipment and dumbbells and all that stuff. I had my workouts. I was already a personal trainer using 5-pound dumbbells on overweight people because it's not intimidating. You know you can hold them. I'm not going to lie to you. My workouts are hard. They're patent. We have 360 different workouts throughout the year. They're never the same. They will kick your butt, but without injury because we're not using big stuff. And if you're extremely overweight or a little overweight, they're going to help you shed the weight along with my patent eating plan. So We have to, in all that, I feel like, find your identity. I feel like so many overweight people, and the reason I know this is, it wasn't something I was looking for. As a year goes by and another year, people continuously tell me, I, for once in my life, feel like I belong. And they're talking about the camp, but they also feel like they belong in society because they found themselves. There was a girl the other day, she's been with us for a while. She actually went on Facebook and put herself in a bikini or two-piece. It wasn't, it was very respectable. And I saw that, she wouldn't have done that. A year ago, wouldn't have done that. She feels like her identity. She found her identity. This is me. This is what I am. And I think that's important. And I think I will definitely bring that to your surface is, what is your identity? What are you about? Who are you wanting to be? All those kind of things go with all this to build up that self-esteem that so many people, to me, that are overweight don't have, are not even overweight people. Me, low self-esteem, okay? Don't think highly of myself. All these things came out during my 8-month researching on myself. So, what else we got here? Garza pretty much is about the outcasts, as I've spoken before. People, as I said earlier, don't feel like that they belong. I'm going to give you a blueprint that you're going to be safe with. This new eating plan is a 3-part eating plan. It's very complex. I also had to go in and change the eating plan on the revamp to make it to where it's something you can do after the program ends. And here's why. Being an ex-bodybuilder, back when I created this eating plan on the original 6-week challenge, I said, this worked for me, and I modified it to where it had some normal foods and had some choices, but it still was a little bit strict in regards to limitations. That worked. And why change it? Year after year, 10 years, 15 years, continue to help thousands of people's lives. The problem is, when I got done with that program that I had trained you on for 6 weeks, I gave you a new eating plan because I wanted to loosen the reins, and I thought it'd make you happy. And don't get me wrong, that new eating plan, 100% is a weight loss plan. Had some different foods in it they weren't allowed to have on the challenge. So I thought, man, here you go. This is like eating cake. And a lot of people took to that and they understood that. But what I wasn't understanding more than anything is I trained you for 6 weeks on a program that got 20 pounds off you. You got done. You look at this plan and say, wow, this got me 20 pounds. Why is he giving me another plan? Does he not believe in this plan? But I never looked at it from that set of eyes. On the Revamped program, it is set up 3 different eating plans. I rotate them in different, but when you're done, I don't give you a new eating plan. You continue right on with the eating plan that I trained you on, that you got used to, that you got a routine with, and life's good. And it's an eating plan you're going to love and you're going to enjoy. When I made it up, I thought it was going to be great. When I went through the last 2 revamps, everyone loves that eating plan, and still today, most of them are using that plan. You don't need to switch up plans. So we're going to, the blueprint to move you forward with motivation, accountability, non-intimidating workouts with 5-pound dumbbells, and to get great results moving forward. Okay, what has to happen here? So let me go into some details here. What has to happen? You've got to be willing to be coached, okay? Some people, coaching is kind of abrasive to them, but I'm not that way. That means every Friday, especially on the revamp, you have to tune in because I'm changing up the eating plan. I'm giving you homework assignments that are mandatory, okay? If you've done the original 6-week challenge and this is your first time back, the Friday videos are a must to hear. It's kind of like algebra. I was horrible at it, by the way. If you missed a week of algebra, you were lost because they all stack on top of each other, especially the homework assignments. It will be recorded, so if you can't make it at 12 noon when I do it live, that's fine. It's recorded. You just have to watch it, though, and look at the homework assignments that are in there, download them, do them, and you're going to mail them back in to us, okay? Again, a lot of homework on the psychological aspects that will be required. Be willing to be pushed out of your comfort zone. We're going to push you out of your comfort zone a little bit, okay? We're going to change up, your lifestyle. I'm going to put some pillars in place. My 3 pillars to success is get you on a regular sleeping schedule, eating schedule, and workout schedule. I can take so much anxiety and stress off of your mind. I did it with myself. I'd go in and after work and stay up to 10:30, 1 night 11, 12, whatever, if there's a movie on, never realizing, big deal, I get up at 5 a.m. And then my workouts, I try to get one in the middle of the day, try to get one in the morning, whatever. And then my eating, though, was pretty consistent, always has been, just from the bodybuilding days. So that wasn't my problem. But when I started reading about those 2 things, always trying to figure out when you're going to work out, when I'm going to eat, when I'm going to sleep, my subconscious was trying to figure all of this out and causing anxiety and stress because it's trying to fit this stuff in, and I'm not even aware of it because your consciousness is not aware that your subconscious is back there working 24/7 to work with what your conscious is saying I need to do. Once I said, I'm going to bed at this time, I'm going to bed at this time, I'm getting up this time, this is when I'm eating, this is when I'm working out at 4 in the morning, no negotiating. I just took a lot of stress off my plate so I could focus on what I'm doing, and that's enjoying my life and being content right now with where I'm at. And I'm going to teach you the same thing. Invest financially in yourself, okay? That means, yes, you got to put down $199 to get this thing going. You got to purchase some supplements that supplement the eating plan. It is not about just taking those, but it's part of the game. It's a blueprint I've created. 3 + 3 + 3 = 9. If you take out one part of it because you don't want to do that, that's your choice, okay? You have that option, right? But it's not going to equal 9 anymore. You're going to equal 7, 8, 6, ever how much of the blueprint you take away. If you're going to do the program, I just want you to follow what works and what I feel like you're going to be really happy with when it's all said and done. Don't use your circumstances as an excuse to think you can't be successful. I know so many people that use their circumstances. I'm working this many hours, or I've got this many kids. I don't have help. I don't have all these things. You can do this. I have time tested so many. I use females. The ones that are single moms with 3 kids working 3 jobs. They kill these programs because they organize as I ask them to, and they execute, and it gives them more energy, more patience. They sleep better. Life is better because they put all in and made it work. You can make it work, especially with the live stream. There's no excuse not to get to a workout. I get it if you had to drive to a camp and that was part of the problem, but now it's going to be right here for you to do right in the comfort of your own home. The eating plan, you've got to eat anyway, and sleeping, all these things, you can do this, okay? I just don't want you to let your circumstances be in your way, nor let anyone tell you this is why you can't do this program, okay? We want you to come into our family and let us show you that it can be done. Let's look over the requirements here. So just to briefly go over, these are accountability things. They are not meant to punish you. These are not to harass you. It's to make you be accountable until you start seeing that new life. I've got to have some kind of form in there to kind of keep you on track here. So we're going to work out right out of the gate 5 days a week. You can use live stream or you can come to camp. Now you have both. There's no excuse not to get in 5. We only use 5-pound dumbbells. They're 40 minutes long. And we have a thing called the 5-second rule. If you're not in great shape, that means if you're a little freaked out, man, 5 days a week, how am I going to do that? You will be fine because you can stop, count to 5 if you get out of breath, and then keep back in the exercise. All of our exercises are timed, so there's no 20 of this and 50 of that and 60 of that where you're trying to keep up with everyone else. You'll go at your own pace, meaning I start in 25 seconds. We say time. You've done what you can do. Set 2, we'll do 30 seconds. Set 3, 35. Set 4, 40 seconds. So you do the best you can, but we're going to encourage you to do better each time you work out. Checking in on Facebook 5 days a week. We're going to have you check in, saying you actually did a workout here, or you did it at home. We'll show you all that stuff. It's accountability. It's so we can check and see that you're working out, and we do check those, by the way. Participate in the Facebook group on Fridays. I'll be going over the 3-part eating plan, answering questions about the eating plan. I'd love you to participate, but most importantly, you need to be there and watch it for the homework assignments and all that goes on in that video. Next, you're going to have to change your profile picture. And if you're brand new with us, your first time, you're going to get a free t-shirt. Change your profile picture to this logo that you probably have seen your friends do that have done the challenge before, basically stating that you are taking this program. And what that does, that puts a little pressure on you. It's not meant to punish you. It's because we want you to succeed. We don't want you to kind of do it and then hide and bail out if you want to, okay? Once you put that out there, everyone knows that logo. They know what that challenge is about. And it does work tremendously for people to I don't want to disappoint. And mainly, we don't want you disappointing yourself. We're going to weigh in 2 days a week. You're going to weigh in on Sundays. You're going to weigh in on Wednesdays at your home, where you're going to stand on a scale. We're going to show you how to take a picture of it, give you a phone to text it to. We do keep track of those. They're mandatory. These are all things you must do in order to comply to, in order to qualify to get a refund of your $199. What else we got here? Using our supplements, okay? I created a supplement company a few years back simply because the FDA does not regulate something, because they don't tell people, or they don't regulate them or police them and saying, you can't put that in there, you can't lie about that. So we created our own company in order to know that people are getting what they pay for here. You're going to sign a contract that you won't drink alcohol for 6 weeks, okay? Again, not to punish you, but to show you the benefits of not drinking alcohol, not so much for sobriety purposes, but how you can drop a tremendous amount of weight by simply doing this one little trick along with our eating plan and our workouts. If you miss days, let's say you can't make a live performance that's going on, a live broadcast, we will have a link for you to have some makeup workouts. I think we have 10 that you can use in there. So that means if you get home at 12 midnight because something happened, you can plug that in and get your workout in. Being extreme, of course, saying 12 midnight, but you get the point. The start date will be June 8th. As you already know, that's the day it starts, okay? That's on a Monday. Weigh-in day is going to be June 6th. That's a Saturday at 10 a.m. I'll have this broadcast going, and there will be people that come here in person that want to. If you want to do it from home, you can watch the broadcast from home of the live orientation. You can do your weigh-in from home. You can do everything from home if that makes you feel safe. As I stated in the beginning, I want to meet you right where you are emotionally right now. Where do you feel safe? If you'll look in here, you see we have X's everywhere. We do have social distancing in practice, hardcore-wise, meaning we space out. We have sanitizer. We're cleaning our facilities, everything. So if you're comfortable here, we'd love to have you in person for the orientation. For the weigh-in day. But you can do it there because we've had hundreds of people do it throughout the years, over 5 years, that don't live in this state. So obviously they can't attend. They do it from home. But the live broadcast, we're talking to you. You're part of it. So either way, wherever you feel more comfortable, will be June 6th. The final weigh out day will be July 18th. That's on a Saturday. That'll be the final weigh out day. We'll do the weigh out day again, having a good time, all kind of cool stuff. So moving forward, what we have learned and what I have learned through my trials and errors with my anxiety and writing this book and coming to conclusions that I didn't realize is the subconscious mind is an unquestioning servant. Your conscious mind commands and your subconscious mind obeys and constantly is trying to solve your wishes 24/7 in the background. So your subconscious, in other words, I'm trying to think how to put this. Your subconscious is always trying to fix and solve the problems at your conscious mind. Man, I wish I was thinner. I wish I could lose 15 pounds. I wish I had that job. I wish I had that boyfriend. I wish I lived here. Your subconscious is unquestioning. It's a servant. It's saying, okay, let me get you that job. Let me get you that boyfriend. Let me get that weight off. So many things going on back there that I wasn't even aware of. I wasn't aware my subconscious was trying to get me more and more business-wise because I thought that's what I needed. And that's what was satisfying that emptiness inside of me, which wasn't an emptiness. It was a fear that I didn't realize I had. Now that I understand that, I'm careful about what I use my conscious to do. And that requires my actions lining up with my values. And that's something we're going to work on with you. So the subconscious is working 24/7 in the background, possibly a lifetime of your subconscious trying to make your behavior fit a pattern consistent with your emotional thoughts, hopes, and desires. This is I explained. If this stays misaligned, anxiety can occur on the surface. So misalignment of our actions and our values, I learned, is what caused a lot of my anxiety. My values were this, but my actions were this. Not in a bad way, because again, I didn't realize that. My actions were not lining up to one of my big values is, well, me and my family, church every Sunday. No negotiating, no questioning, that's what we do. During COVID, of course, we couldn't go to church, watch online. Even though I didn't have an option here, I had to watch online, it still was misaligning my values because I like to be there in person and I like the experience, just like our camps. I tell and teach my trainers the experience here is more important than anything. So it's church to me. That's where I experience it. That was a misalignment of my values and my actions only because of what's going on, but it still caused a little bit of tension. By doing that misalignment, it creates an amount of anxiety. Now think about that and 15 different other topics. And that's where a lot of people create anxiety. And I'm going to bring to surface a lot of your misalignments that are causing you to have anxiety and stress, which causes you to gain weight and definitely causes you to not lose weight because when you're stressed out, your body's not going to let go. But we're going to go over that in detail as we go forward. So let me give you an example here. So alignment and misalignment. Alignment, if your values and your actions are in place, you're going to have a peace and a calm. My values and my actions now are intact, and I am more at peace and calm, and my anxiety is down. Does my anxiety still come back? Absolutely. but I understand how to address it now because I've made friends with it. We're best friends now. And I'm going to teach you, we're going to get your alignments and your values and your actions in place. And then will your craving come back for bad food or to overeat? Yeah, but I'm going to teach you how to make friends with it so you can bring it down and work with it. So here's an example. Align your values with your actions, your alignment. You value, this is talking to you, you value being healthy. Being healthy could be losing 20 pounds or more. So maybe your diabetes, your blood pressure all goes down. Weight loss is being healthy, okay? It's not so much cosmetic as it is overall health. So your value is to be healthy. Your action should be to eat good, work out, and sleep. So I value being healthy. I'm turning 54 next month. I value being healthy, especially getting older. I've always valued that. So my actions need to be, I need to work out consistently. I need to eat right, and then I need to sleep right. So those actions line up with my value, which gives me a calm and a peace and lowers my stress and anxiety because I'm doing what I value. Now here's maybe you, possibly. You value being healthy. Okay, everyone values being healthy. There's very few people I actually could walk up to and feel like they'd say, nah, I don't really care to be healthy. Maybe so, but most people, you're kind of born to want to be healthy. So you value being healthy. Your actions, though, don't speak that. You're eating the wrong foods. You're eating too much of the wrong foods. Maybe you hate yourself because you're eating those bad foods. You're not working out consistently. You kind of hit or miss. I'll get to it tomorrow. I'm putting it off. And your sleep is irregular. I'm just taking those three things because I found putting those three things in structure for my clients that have gone through the revamp and my members has helped tremendously to take a lot of their depression, self-worth, their hate talk, all that stuff. It actually put it away because they aligned their values and their actions. They just never realized before they valued that and their actions weren't lining up. It's something I was never taught. Most of us aren't. And I write about in my book, big time, about how that in itself, just those three pillars of putting those in place consistently without letting anyone change them, helps tremendously in the lifestyle of losing weight, keeping it off, and being satisfied and in a peaceful place. So when you are valuing being healthy and it's misaligned, that's when anxiety starts to surface. Learning not to fight with willpower is something I've got to teach you also because it's just, willpower, as I stated earlier, it's not the answer. I was brought up to use willpower, suck it up, do it, get over it, all that stuff. It only lasts so long before it crumbles, and we're going to get you aligned up to where you don't have to worry about that. So it's okay to acknowledge that you want the donuts, what I'm saying. I'm going to show you how to do that, and it actually becomes pretty comical. I do it with my anxiety. When things spark my anxiety up, when all this thing twisted around and we had to shut down gyms, hey, don't think my anxiety didn't go up a little bit, right? I mean, I got all these gyms, my Illinois gyms, my Florida, Atlanta gym, all of them shutting down. I'm in charge of this. So yeah, you're going to have some anxiety. But I addressed it, recognized what it was for, understood it, gave it the attention it needed, and then I went back to fixing the situation or trying to help as many people as I could during this time. So, eating plan, again, it's revamped. The workouts, we've got some killer camp workouts we've included in there. We've included, like I said, yoga classes, all kind of stuff. We're going to have a halfway point meeting. We haven't done that before in the original 6-week challenge. I did it in the 2 revamps we did. Halfway, we're going to meet here. Again, if you're not comfortable with that, you can meet via the live stream. But we go over some stuff and do a resetting and kind of see where you are. And, my number one thing is to teach you to be content every day. And that sounds kind of quirky, but let me give you an example real quick before I start off here. Most people are not content when they start this program till they lose 20 pounds or till the 6 weeks is over. That's like holding your breath. I'm not going to be happy. I'm not going to be content. And I'm not going to be at peace until this 6 weeks is over and I've lost that 20 pounds. Okay? I used to allow that and not even realize that that's what people were doing. I mean, that was me. In my book, I talk about that. I'm not going to be happy. I'm not going to be excited about my kids, my wife, my job until this anxiety goes away. I'll be happy when one day I get my life back and I get that anxiety under control. Basically trying to make it go away. I didn't realize it was never going to go away. You're the same way. I'm not going to be content until I get some of this weight off. That is a recipe for destruction. Eventually, that's going to fall apart like willpower will fall apart because you will wear out being obsessed and worried and upset and not happy and disgruntled because you're overweight. Those clothes don't fit. I can't sit in that booth. I can't get a boyfriend. No one's attracted. All those things that run through people's heads that are overweight because I've dealt with them all my life. I've got to show you that being content with the body that you have right now, I don't care how you got it. Who cares? This is now. Being content with the body you have right now and being able to look at it and be like, I'm content with that, is where we've got to get you. Because if you can be content day by day with the body you have while working, I didn't say be complacent. I didn't say accept and be okay with the body, but be content with it because this is the body you have right now. Day by day, we're going to work on that body, but you're going to be content. As progress goes along, you're going to be content. Not, oh man, I've lost 10 pounds. I'll be content when I do another. Oh, you'll be content tomorrow and the next day. We're not going to worry about the number because once this is over with, the 6 weeks goes by, I want that contentment to go day after day through the rest of your life to where you're continually making progress and you're working towards progress. But that is not based on, the outcome of that's not based on how happy you're going to be. That was my saving grace of my anxiety when I finally decided I'm going to be content with each day, quit worrying about the future, what I need to do, all that stuff. And I'll be happy once I open another camp. I'll be happy when I get another business, create a new supplement. I'll be happy then. I'll let all that go. And I'm going to pass that on to you. So much of what I did with myself, I'm going to give you firsthand experience to help you to achieve that new identity and to find that contentment in every day of your life. So, hey gang, hope this was helpful to you. I'm going to let Connie come in, and she's going to go over the number parts of this. Obviously, Carmen's on there. I also would like to announce the winner. We had an open enrollment, and if you're new with us, open enrollment is everyone that's done a challenge of mine. I don't require them to come to orientation anymore because they pretty much understand how we operate, where our heart's at, and pretty much what required of being a part of our challenge program. But we had open enrollment, and for those that signed up on open enrollment, they got to put their name in a basket, so to speak, to win a drawing for a $50 gift card to my store called Garza's Sports Nutrition here in Oklahoma. And the winner was Lacey Campbell. So Lacey Campbell, congratulations. We're going to be contacting you to get you that $50 gift card that you can use up at the store, help you out with your supplements for this 6-week revamp program that we're starting on June 8th. So, gang, hope that's some good information there. It helps you out. A lot more details coming if you decide to jump on board with this. Carmen's on there right now. There's a downloadable form that you can fill out. Get yourself set up there. Get you rock and rolling. But I'm going to let Connie talk to you a little bit about some details on some things. And I look forward to seeing you guys at our weigh-in on June 6th, Saturday, which is coming up pretty fast. So let me give you my. It is weird talking in here without people.
So
I'm
try working out.
I'm used to an audience.
See you later. Hi, guys. Can you hear me? Hello, everybody at home. As if you tune into 6 p.m., you've probably seen me a time or two. I'm Connie. I kind of help out with the office. I help Travis with orientations just to try to make everybody's life a little bit easier with things. So, Carmen is at home, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask her on the live chat. Her and I are also kind of talking back and forth, so if it's something that I need to address, she will also let me know that as well. So if you guys are ready to sign up for the challenge, please go into travisgarza.com, and under challenges, you will find the 6-week Revamp Challenge application. It will look a little bit like this, okay? I've kind of printed it out, and we're going to go over a few bullet points with it, okay? I'm going to walk you guys through it for all aspects of it. So it doesn't matter if you're a member, a non-member, or doing the straight pay option, all right? So first and foremost, straight pay option, all right? So first and foremost, biggest thing is you've got to be on Facebook with Travis, so make sure that you have a Facebook profile, and then by the end of tonight, I will get you guys set up on the pages that you need to be and the group that you need to look for, okay? So we're going to start out with the application. We are going to just go step by step, kind of to hit your bullet points. So you're going to get your first name, your last name, your date of birth, and big question, are you a current member? So across the board, everybody is paying $199. So there is no extra fee, anything like that is $199 for the challenge this time around. And you do get both, like Travis said, at home and in camp. So if you guys want to come to camp with us. We'd love to have you. If you are just not comfortable yet, stay home. Do it from home. Tune in live. If you really want some entertainment, tune in to 6 p.m. with me. But it's totally up to you guys. Make it to where it's compatible for you and your life and your comfort zone, okay? But if you are a member, please let us know if you're a member, because members, remember how we get these awesome things called benefits? You get a benefit right here for being a member, okay? So if you are a current member, you're going to receive $100 supplement credit when you do the full challenge. Now, this question is going to be a little further down, but with this question kind of coming up with this, you have a straight pay challenge or you have the full challenge. Straight pay is no obligations, no refund, no anything. You're paying to do a challenge. You are your own accountability. You are the one that decides if you want to do checking in on Facebook, if you want to come in and do the 5 workouts a week. That is on you, not us, not anybody else, but you. So that is what straight pay is. If you choose to want that refund, you're going to pay the $199 fee, and you have to do all those requirements that Travis has talked about, and I will go back over just so everybody is aware. So, members, again, if you are a member currently paying a membership price, which after you click, if you are a member, it's going to ask you those questions, what your monthly dues are, things like that. Please make sure that you answer those questions to the best of your abilities, all right? So, if you are not a member, you're going to click no, and you're going to go on to the next question. The next question is, are you on Facebook? Everybody, I'm sorry, unless you are straight pay, join us on Facebook, okay? I know that sometimes Facebook can be a lot of craziness, but you can literally have yourself and Travis as your friends. That's it, okay? So, if you can multitask and you want to take a second, you can go onto Facebook, and you're going to try to find the Facebook page Travis Garza Official. It is a page. It is not a group. It is a page. It is not a profile. It is a page. If you choose to do both his profile and his page, they are the photos of Travis with a hat on, okay? If you have any problems, if and when you get accepted into the challenge, you are going to be getting a phone call from somebody in the office. This phone call will be a congratulations phone call, but it's also going to be a lot of information. So on that note, please make sure your voicemails are cleared off. So if you do miss the call, you know that they will be trying to get a hold of you. Therefore, you need to make sure that you know that they've called and to call them back. So please make sure you give a good phone number when you're filling out this application, so they can call you, so you can get into this challenge with us all, okay? So for Facebook, once again, Travis Garza Official page, or you can search Travis Garza 6-week challenge for a profile page. Either one, we will try to get you on both, but if you cannot find one, we will help you find the other, okay? So please make sure to do that. It is Travis with a ball cap on, all right? All right, next one, you're going to put your address down, which is your street, your city, your state, and your zip code. Full address, please. I'm the one that has to deal with that sometimes, and I always have to look you up on Google Maps if you don't put it all for me. So I know I would appreciate it, and I know everybody else in the office would too, because we want to get you guys into this challenge. All right, cell phone number. Please make sure you give us a good phone number, because, again, we are trying to get you guys those phone calls and get you guys through this process as best to our abilities and to get you all the information you need to be successful for this 6-week challenge, okay? So then you're going to be, and you need to do an email address, and then you're going to be asked what your weight is today. I know this question is difficult for all of us. Sometimes we avoid the scale, me included. But, guys, throw a number out there. It doesn't matter. It's a number on a scale. What matters is how you feel. And so what you're going to do is you're going to throw a weight on there for today. Then you're going to put a goal weight of minus 20 pounds on there. And that's the weight that we want to get you to. Now, is this weight going to be the weight recorded for our weigh-in? No. So you can lose weight in the meantime. You can gain weight in the meantime. That's your personal choice. But this is just something to help you mentally get through the process of putting it down, and let's get this process started, okay? So once you do that, you're going to move on to challenge information. What kind of challenge do you want to do? Do you want to do straight pay? Do you want to do full challenge? What do you want to do? Are you at home? Are you in camp? Those are the types of questions that is going to ask you, as well as a t-shirt size. We have revamped our t-shirts. This is not one of them, so you guys do not know. Some of you who've done the revamp challenge already know what the shirt looks like. It is a totally different concept because Travis has really worked on this challenge so much to make it completely different than what it used to be with the word challenge, because it's really not that anymore. So please put a t-shirt size down for that as well. Okay, here's your challenge options. Are you doing a full refundable challenge? Are you going to lose that 20 pounds and get that $199 back? I hope you are, because it's worth it. Plus, again, this challenge is cheaper than most of the time, so why not do it full out, okay? But if you don't, if you choose that you just don't want to do everything that's going to be required, then do the whole straight pay challenge. It's worth it still because you are your own accountability person. Now, you can pull somebody like me in camp to be your accountability partner, but you don't have to either. So you make that challenge whatever you want with straight pay. But if you want to be successful and you want to have a goal in mind and you want to reach that goal, go for that full challenge. Why not? It's the same price. Go for it. Okay? Another question on here is, if you are doing the full refundable challenge, if you are a non-member, you have to purchase a supplement package, okay? That supplement package is $155. If you are a member and you have never done a challenge, $155 for the supplement package. If you are at home doing this and you are out of state and you are needing that supplement package as well, you're going to be charged $168.95. That is the $155 with the shipping cost to get all of that to you, okay? So please let us know if that is an option for you. If you have already done a challenge and you are still wanting that supplement package ready to go for you to start this challenge up, why not pay $155 and have it there ready to go for you in a bag, so all you got to do is grab it and go? Okay? And you can click that option. It is an option on there. The question is, please charge me for an initial supplement package, yes or no. Okay? Then you're going to get a drop down of things that it's going to ask you on there. All right? So please make sure to look at that and think about that. If you have questions on that, please message Carmen as she is going through the feed right now. And if you have questions as well further than tonight, you can also call the office at 820-3813. So let's go on to the next part, your agreement. Okay. The 6-week challenge requires a $199 down payment. It's a commitment deposit. So if you are doing the 6-week challenge full out, you have to do Facebook check-ins, homework assignments, weekly weigh-ins, which again, like Travis said, Sundays and Wednesdays. You have to send them in by 9 p.m. We are all here to help you through that process, so don't feel like if you forget that somebody's not going to forget too. We're here to make this situation super easy, and we have one person that takes down your weight, and they are really good about making sure that you are on top of your stuff, okay? But Sundays and Wednesdays, if you are doing the challenge as a straight pay challenger, you do not have to send in your weight. You do not have to even weigh in or weigh out at camp or at home. That is up to you. So remember, though, that if you are doing full challenge, again, Facebook check-ins, homework assignments, weekly weigh-ins. Now, members, here's another one. Members, get your ears on with me here. Your monthly membership payments will continue, okay? They're going to continue going forward, all right? Next part up, the 6-week challenge requires the supplement package for all non-member challengers of $155 and can be shipped, and that would be $168.95. So just like I said, if you are a non-member, you have to purchase that supplement package for $155, okay? If you are away and you are a non-member and you need it shipped to you, it'll be $168.95, okay? Now, a successful body transformation entails 20 pounds of weight lost on our company scale. For at home, your digital scale is the same scale that must be used for weigh-ins and weigh-outs. So I highly recommend with your scale at home. I had this happen on my last challenge. I just did the last Revamped, and I lost 18 pounds. So, hey, I'm living proof it can happen, and I did it in part of COVID. So, woo, we can do this, guys. All right? So, with your scale, make sure you change your batteries. Check your scale before you start this challenge. If it is years old, you might just go invest in a new one. I now have one that's digital and I can use it on my app, okay? It's awesome. It records my weight. It keeps a trend of it. So it's up to you. Your scale is your scale, okay? But if you are doing the challenge from home and you're weighing in and weighing out on that scale from home, you better make sure it's pretty good up to date with that. People who are weighing in and out at camp, you still have to do your weekly weigh-ins and send them in. So you want to make sure your scale is still up to date, batteries are good, all of that stuff. So check into that before you start this challenge. That is the disclaimer from me who did not and had to buy a new scale first weekend. All right, guys, here we go. Travis Garza and TLC Fitness reserves the right to terminate my agreement for lack of compliance if I do not comply with the program. So meaning, if you are doing the full challenge and you miss workouts, you do not follow the nutrition plan or supplementation plan as outlined in this event, a refund will not be given, okay? So understand that. If you do not follow the instructions, and Travis will catch you. So follow the instructions and let him help you lose healthy, good weight, okay? Like, let him get you into the body that you want. He is able and capable, and I highly recommend letting him do it and letting him help you, okay? So you're agreeing to that. You're also agreeing, if you are doing the full challenge and not the straight pay, you are going to complete 5 days of Travis Garza workouts per week, whether they are camp workouts, digital workouts, butt and thigh, AAA, or elite training. And that each day I must check in on Facebook, tag Travis Garza, and do a short sentence. So here's the deal. If you do not know how to do that, guess what? Travis has you covered. He's got front desk attendants for every class time, and they are going to help you. He also has trainers for those class times that can help you do all of that and more. You have a group on Facebook that is willing and able to help you do all of that and more. So trust me when I say this program is doable, this program can happen, and we will help you through it, okay? So you're agreeing to that as well. If you are doing the full challenge, you must weigh in on Sundays and Wednesdays from home and text a picture of your toes on a scale to the number that is provided. We will also put that number in your packet on weigh-in day, so do not feel as though you need to screenshot this and have this photo of this number in your phone, because if you're like me, it could get lost in your 18,000 that you have. So don't stress it. We will help you, and we will get you this number at a closer date, all right? But you are agreeing to weigh in on Sundays and Wednesdays. All right. Photos and videos are regularly taken during workout sessions to be used to inspire others and encourage a healthy lifestyle. All photos and videos are displayed on social media outlets, motivate others to work hard to achieve their goals. As such, all challengers and members agree to allow their pictures and videos to be posted to social media outlets. So basically, you're just saying that, as you probably saw as we were setting up tonight, that we had a 6 p.m. class and they were awesome, and we just wanted to celebrate them and them coming out on a holiday weekend to get that workout in. So we took a picture, and guess what? It could be used on any of Travis's social media at any given time. And so we are just wanting you to agree to that as well. You are also agreeing to change your Facebook profile picture, okay? Here's the big one. It's not going to be your face anymore. It's going to be the 6-week challenge picture for the entire 6-week challenge. So understand that if that photo comes down, you could be kicked out of the challenge. You could have stipulations, okay? So 6 weeks, people won't see your face. It's okay. I promise. We'll all survive. Hey, I don't even like having a photo half the time. But, you know, at the end of the day, you want to lose 20 pounds. Why not let them know you're going through a transformation for 6 weeks and give them a new picture of you looking 20 pounds lighter or more, for that matter, or a little less. It doesn't matter how much you lose, but you're going to feel better and confident, and it's going to show in your pictures. It's going to show in your attitude. It's going to show in your presence. So why not let us take 6 weeks of your life and put a different photo up so we can show them you're after, all right? Then You're going to acknowledge that I recognize that Travis Garza believes his clients are the best advertisement, that he will strive to do everything in his power to push his clients to be their best. I agree to let Travis Garza push and motivate me to the best way he knows how. So as you saw, guys, Travis is sitting here in a room alone. He has not had to do this like me. I've been in here alone with some of the trainers for weeks during the COVID thing, and it is not the easiest thing, but you know what? He made it happen so you guys at home can all still be successful. And that's why we're here tonight. He wants to make you successful. He wanted to give you guys this orientation so you knew exactly what you were signing up to do. So you're agreeing to that as well. He's going to make it happen for you. All right. If you are a returning 6-week challenger from within the past 12 months, and if I currently weigh more than my previous final weigh-in weight, I recognize that my starting weight for this challenge will be my most recent final weigh out weight plus 5 pounds. This is the trickiest one of them all. Okay. So I'm going to break it down for you. If you weighed out at 150 pounds at your last weigh out, let's say that was your last weigh out was February of 2019, and you were weighing in on February of 2020, and it was February 1st that you weighed in, or you weighed out in 2019, and it was February 1st, 2020, you're clean slate. If not, you have the 5-pound rule, meaning if you weigh in at 150, let's say you did the February challenge and you weighed out at 150, okay? You're doing this June challenge, you are allowed to weigh 155. That is it. Anything more, you will have to lose. So if I weighed in at 160, I have to lose 25 pounds. Okay? If you guys have questions on that, please ask Carmen below, or when you get your phone call, they can explain that to you as well. All right? So next thing is, Travis only wants people with motivation. No talkers or pretenders. As such, I recognize Travis Garza has a strict no cancellation policy. Upon signing and submitting this agreement, there is no backing out or canceling allowed. Your payment is non-refundable for any reason. If you have any hesitation, do not enroll. So if you're sitting here just like on the fence, take a night. Think about it. Don't submit one. It's okay to not submit tonight. We want you to feel prepared and ready for this step. It is sometimes a hard step to take, but it is worth it. I will sit here and say it is worth it. I came in at my heaviest, and I was in a horrible place in my life. And I can tell you, after doing multiple challenges, I was at the happiest place in my life because I felt good about myself. So when I tell you this challenge is worth it, it is worth it. But you have to be ready to take that step. Nobody can push you to that step but you. Okay, so if you need time, take a second, think about it. You have this week, but let's do this. We're here for you, and we want you to do it with us, all right? Alcohol is strictly forbidden throughout the entirety of this challenge. As such, drinking alcohol during the challenge will result in an immediate removal from the program without a refund. He will catch you. I know it is summertime. Guess what? Alcohol dehydrates you. It's not worth it. And we all know in Oklahoma summers, it's hot. It's not worth it. Water, my best friend. So drink some water with me. Don't worry about that alcohol for 6 weeks. It's not worth it at the end of the day. Are you really going to let an alcoholic beverage stop you from losing 20 pounds or the potential to lose 20 pounds? Come on. But, hey, if you want to do straight pay, you can do that if you chose. Okay? So there's your option there. The other part, protein processes the highest thermal effect of feeding of any nutrient. Translated, eating protein actually burns calories because protein requires more energy to digest than any other nutrient. Protein helps offset the negative effects of insulin by stimulating the release of a big word, okay? I'm going to let you guys figure that one out. But protein is critically important to building, repairing, and maintaining lean muscle tissue. As such, drinking a protein shake twice a day is equivalently a requirement for this program. So please understand that you are going to be purchasing MyoSculpt protein. It is from the MyoSculpt brand that Travis has put together himself. He did a fantastic job, and he just even redid some of it, and it's even better than it ever was. So understand that you will be taking his protein shake if you choose to do the full refundable challenge. All right. I have fully understand and willingly agree to all of the challenge agreement stipulations presented on this form. So you're going to agree to that at the end of this form. If you guys think that you can do this and you want all of these stipulations and you are okay with all this, say you're going to do this challenge, all right? Then you're going to put your payment information on here, okay? It is all your information, and it's basically saying at the end of this that I agree to hold harmless Travis Garza TLC Fitness and all of his employees or agent free from any and all injury, losses, damages, or liabilities occurring from my participation in the activities for which I have enrolled. I also agree to be photographed and videotaped and release the use of the photographs and videos for publicly in Travis Garza fat loss camps and TLC Fitness Incorporation's publications and other marketing tools. By signing this agreement, I agree that my electronic signature is legally binding, equivalent to my handwritten signature. Whenever I execute an electronic signature, it has the same validity and meaning as my handwritten signature. I will not at any time in the future repudiate, something like that. I'm really bad today. I'm sorry, guys. The meaning of my electronic signature or claim that my electronic signature is not legally binding. Okay. So you're basically saying that you are legally signing this document on your own will, and you are okay with all of this. You are okay with everything that I just went over for this contract. All right. If you guys have questions, please ask them to Carmen. I'm going to stay here on the mic with her. So you guys have a few minutes. You can ask her and she can let me know if you guys are wanting to do anything different. If you guys have a certain question that you need answered from me, I am here to help answer it because I guarantee you other people have the same question. Therefore, let's make this happen. All right. So if you have the question, ask Carmen now. I'm just going to go over once again. Members, you are getting a $100 gift card to be used at, it's not a gift card, excuse me, sorry, go back. $100 supplement credit. It will be used at camp. It will be used with whatever products you want. If you chose, members, to use it for a supplement package, basically that runs at $155, meaning your account will only be charged $55, okay? If you chose to use it for other MyoSculpt products within camp, that's fine. You have that $100 credit to use the way you want on supplements at camp. It cannot be used at the store, okay? The only person who gets to use something at the store was Lacey, I think that's Lacey, who won the giveaway, the $50 store giveaway, okay? So if you are a member, you're getting your $100 supplement credit to be used at camp. I cannot stress that enough, okay? Remember, you're going to be tagging Travis Garza on Facebook. So remember that the Facebook page that you need to follow is at Travis Garza Official. It'll tell you a thumbs up if you are liking it, or if you need to like it, give it a good thumbs up. You can also look on Instagram at Travis Garza Official and follow him there too, because you just never know what Travis is doing, and you can follow him in a day-to-day life at times. Today he was posting all about what was going on at his camps for Memorial Day. So just understand that Travis is always kind of doing new and different things on all of his social media stuff, so why not give him a follow on all of it? But on Facebook, he does have 3 different profiles. The one you are looking for is serious face Travis with a hat on, okay? For both his page and for his profile page. And for his profile page, you are looking for Travis Garza 6-week challenge. Now understand, if you are not following Travis Garza 6-week challenge, you cannot get into the Facebook group. Okay? Now, since we're on Facebook topic, Facebook group, if you are committing to making yourself want to do this challenge, if you are wanting to get that 20 pounds lost, then you need to join in to June 2020 6-week challenge. Okay, so June 2020 6-week challenge. Okay, so Carmen said you guys are not asking questions, so you guys are doing just fine. So again, $199 for the challenge this time around. $155 for the supplement package. If you are wanting it shipped to your house, it'll be $168.95. Non-members, you are required to pay the $155 or the $168.95 for the supplement package to do the challenge. All right. Phone calls will be made. Please make sure to have your voicemails cleared. Okay. The phone call is going to be very important this time. Most members have probably had a phone call or two if they've done a challenge, and they've been, congratulations, you did you're in the challenge. We're so excited to have you. Make sure you're following this page, this page. It's not going to be just that this time, guys. So please, please, please make sure you give a valid phone number. Go check over your application before you submit it. Make sure your phone number is correct. Make sure your email address is correct. Make sure all your contact information is correct. Then please make sure your voicemails are cleared. I am just as bad about it too. I save them. Sometimes I like to hear people's voices every time. So please make sure they're cleared off though. All right, guys. I'm going to sign off. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We appreciate you guys being with us online. Thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to having you guys at camp. All right? Have a good night.